while we figure this out. Woo! We are back. Gus, yeah, it's been a while. Hold on a second. What is happening? Uh, okay. There's everyone. Okay. It's working. Like, we're getting there. It's been a while. It's been, welcome everybody. Months off. We took a long commercial break, like a 3 month commercial break. Um, but yeah, welcome back, everyone. Our artists, our loyal, faithful audience. Thank you, everyone, for demanding that Talk Hard come back. So yeah, if you're new to the show, a few bits of information that'll help. So this is Talk Hard, brought to you by the Outer Loop. The Outer Loop is a nonprofit theater company based in New York, now headquartered about an hour outside of Chicago in a town called DeKalb, Illinois. And yeah, we tonight though we're coming to you from all over the country. We're coming to you from New York. Everyone for demanding that Talk Hard comes back. So a little history. We started Talk Hard 5 years ago in New York City, and back in the before times when we all used to gather in person. And then went on to some bigger projects and did some traveling. And then when the pandemic hit in March, we brought Talk Hard onto this virtual platform, and it really seemed to, over the few months that we started to hear from everyone, that it was not only doing what it was meant to do, which was be a workshop for actors, writers, musicians, poets, um, dancers, hip hop artists, everyone, theater makers, filmmakers, a workshop to work out new pieces. But it also really served a larger purpose, it seemed, at the time, which was connecting us all while we felt very isolated and were very isolated due to the pandemic. So I think it really did connect a lot of us in some really desperately needed and important ways. And it went really well for a few months, as most of you know. And then we took a break because the Outer Loop took a break from Talk Hard because we had three really big projects that took over our lives in the later part of the summer. A couple of empathy projects and something called One Iron Knot, which totally consumed our lives. So we had to take a break, but we really missed you. We missed everyone, and it took us a while to come down from the last to at least get past last Tuesday, which turned into last Saturday, and get back to somewhat to business as usual. So but I did want to say that what was really successful about Talk Hard in back in March and April when we brought it back during the pandemic is that we're taking don't we always do it for free, right? There's no ticket or admission price, but we do suggest and take and accept gladly donations, because all donations during the show and after go to all of our artists tonight. And that started back during the pandemic and was incredibly successful and helpful, supporting all of our artists who lost their primary and secondary jobs due to the pandemic. And a lot of folks including a lot of folks tonight and us, at the Outer Loop, we're still in back during the pandemic as if it's over. Courtney says, right, right, right. So right, right. We're about to go into like the wanted to work on new pieces, but because they missed the we are still taking and accepting donations right there at our Venmo at Talk Hard. It's right there. We also comments, and I think that's really all I wanted to say at the top, because this is about again, all of our artists tonight who have some stuff they've been working on that they want to share with each other, with us, with you, and it's really again a chance for us all to connect with each other as we probably head into what's going to be, hopefully not as dark as they're suggesting, but potentially. And we all love Talk Hard because it really provides us all a little hope and connection and love to make it from week to week. And I see everyone nodding. I know that's true for me. And I think it's true for everyone. So for those watching tonight, this is like the all-star game of Talk Hard. This is like all the heavies, all of like the OG Talk Hard legends that you could all. How could you get all of these in? It's like the all-star game. You get all of the voted on top players in one game. So that makes some more sense. Cool. So I'm going to put us all in gallery for a moment. And then, so we're going to get right to the show. And so everyone on the Zoom call can unmute throughout so that we can be an audience for each other. That would be awesome. And then information throughout. So we love to hear from you in the Facebook chat. What else did I want to say? Yeah, I think that's good for now. We'll get right to it. And those of you who are loyal Talk Hard fans know that it wouldn't be Talk Hard if we didn't start with the one. She lost. Someone attacked her with scissors to her head, and you look amazing.
She moved to Brooklyn, is what happened.
You did. You're in Brooklyn now. Sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome. So Shayna is a singer, an actor, an amazingly funny human, an awesomely generous, kind, cool human. So she's not really demonstrating that at the moment, but no, we're and she's like, like I said, it's not Talk Hard without Shayna, and it's not a.
Bye guys. So I have been fine.
Yeah.
I started writing songs using the computer as an instrument because I don't know how to play anything else. I screw around with guitar, but like on the computer you can play any instrument and not really be that good at it. So it's pretty sweet. Am I making sense? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm nervous. Okay, so this first song, the quality is probably going to be kind of shitty because I'm playing it from my phone.
That's cool.
But hopefully it's not too bad. And it's called Give It Away. So just give me a thumbs up if you can hear it.
Cool.
It's been 16 weeks of rotten sleep. It feels like I was given a body just to give it away in my baggy jeans. Now I walk along a crowded street, dodging voices. I used to run around with my heart on my sleeve, back when I had no choices. It feels like I was given a body just to give it away in my baggy jeans. I can feel your husband staring at me like he's got something to say. It's like a house I don't know, curtains drawn and the windows closed. It's like a house I don't know. It's mine, but it ain't a home. And there's no room for me in the binary. It's like a house I don't know, but it ain't a home. Sliding by unseen, a forgotten dream I never accepted. In the spring I bloom under the full moon, which she wasn't self-crafted. It feels like I was given a body just to give it away. In my baggy jeans, playing catch up with my identity. You say I'm overreacting. It's like a house I don't know, even at 28 years old. It's like a house I don't know. It's mine, but it ain't a home. And there's no room for me in the binary. It's like a house I don't know, but it ain't a home.
Woo!
Hey.
That was awesome.
I forgot to preface it with I don't have any bridges for any of these songs yet. But so that's that.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How's the guitar playing going?
Oh, since I've been doing this, I haven't touched the guitar.
Oh, okay. I figured.
It's nice to know we learned
I can
nothing.
only focus on my ADD. I can only focus on one thing.
That's cool.
At a time.
Cool.
This, I mean, I'm only on GarageBand, but like, if you want to actually make it sound good, like I'm at the very beginning stages, obviously. The last song is called, actually, it doesn't really have a title yet, but it was inspired by, I was watching Mad Men, so that's all I'll say. Your eyes, they scare me sometimes. All in myself, I want you all in myself. Money won't help. I don't wanna know why you're gonna leave me sitting here watching TV while you run around the city doing God knows what. If I had a dime for every time you lie, I'd have plenty. The world, you know, is full of crime. Creature from hell, you are a creature from hell. A knee-jerk reaction from an angel who fell. It didn't take much to put me under your spell, but you're not well. I don't wanna know why you're gonna leave me sitting here watching TV while you run around the city doing God knows what. If I had a time for every time you lie, I'd have plenty, just enough to go on living. your love that makes you giving.
Woo! Awesome.
Really awesome.
Shayna, like really
Really
freaking
awesome.
amazing.
Thanks.
I mean,
that was so scary.
No.
It's so good.
I wish I
It's
could
so
say that.
good. Oh my gosh. I mean, I will say I missed the learning guitar with us, but it's cool. Like, I'm down with this
I'll
too.
go back to it.
No, it's cool. It's whatever.
go
This is
back
for
to
you.
it.
This is for you. We
I
love
know.
you. You
But
know
this
we
is
love
a good
you.
way to hold myself accountable. I love you guys too, and I missed you.
Yeah, we missed you too. Are you doing another song, or are we moving
Now
on
I'm
to
switching it to
your
my roommate.
your roommate?
My special roommate.
Your special roommate. Cool. So coming from the same couch, there she is.
Hi.
Woo! It's so good to
I'm
see you.
At the kitchen. Hi, it's good to see you guys too. I'm at the kitchen table, guys. You
Awesome.
can see our whole apartment.
Awesome. It looks nice.
Also, Shayna, why the fuck haven't you written a song about me? That's so rude. I thought this was love, but whatever.
Is
Um,
this a new apartment since we last saw you, or no? No,
No, same apartment.
it's just cleaned up.
Okay, that's a read.
Yeah.
We clean every Saturday, okay?
That's cool. No, I'm down with that. That's cool. Yeah, look, we missed you both, and we just like we're so happy to see you and have you back again.
Oh, it's so great to be back. Thanks for having us back.
Yeah, how are you doing? Are you surviving the situation?
You know, honestly, I was gonna ask everyone else if they're still hungover from Saturday. Is anyone else is everybody else in their 30s? God, oh, I was a mess. I can't street party like that anymore. Jesus, I don't know. It did feel good to be drinking because I was happy for once. Up until then, I've just been drinking because I'm depressed, and it felt good to be in a celebratory mood. It was great. Yeah, I don't know, because up until Saturday was like the only good thing that's happened so far in 2020, right?
Just
like
about.
that's pretty much it. Like up until then, every day was just a fresh hell. You know, like I feel like 2020 is like the infomercial that nobody wanted, you know? Like government corruption, kids in cages. But wait, there's more. How about a global pandemic? And if you call now, you can thing I can do right now is hate a woman who's just reached the pinnacle of her career. Oh my God, she doesn't deserve it. I hate her so much.
Do you hate her?
Hate her. I hate her. I don't know. I guess you know what they say, democracy dies in darkness, but fascism dies in the parking lot of Four Seasons Landscaping.
Yes, it does.
I know. It might be a deep cut. I followed that news story a little too closely.
That was amazing.
It's like, again, the second good thing that's happened this year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a press conference in a parking lot. I don't know. I'm glad that Trump's gone-ish. You know, I'm glad we voted him out. I'm thankful for that, because since we voted him out, it means that we got potentially a fascist out of office, and we didn't even have to start a coup, right? Like, that's so convenient, you know? I don't have, like, coup energy right now, you know? Like, Mussolini was the fascist dictator in Italy in World War II, and to get him out of power, people had to, like, storm the streets and, like, kill him and then mutilate his body and drag it through the streets. Like, that sounds hard.
You still do that.
Like, look, to, I'm like there, you know, like sign a bitch up to mutilate some bodies. But like, it just sounds, I'm tired, you
Yeah.
know, I'm tired. How do you even set up something like that, you know? Is there like an email list or like a coup group chat that I can access?
We'll
don't
drop the
know.
link in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, if anybody's got it, y'all have.
Yeah, we got it.
I don't know. I'm glad Mike Pence is going to be gone soon too.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie. When Trump had COVID, I wanted Mike Pence to also get COVID, and then I wanted him to die, and then I wanted him to go to hell, right?
Yeah.
And for Mike Pence, I think hell is just having to have sex with his wife, right?
Yes.
He's gay,
Yes.
right? We know.
Yes, we
Yeah.
know.
He's gay.
Yes.
Look, I was closeted for 26 years. Like, I think I know one when I see one. It's hard out there for all of us. Every morning he wakes up in hell and his wife is just like, honey. Oh, I can't do it. I think the gayest thing about Mike Pence is not his homophobia. Like, that's pretty gay. But I think the gayest thing about Mike Pence is that he can't be in the same room as a woman who's not his wife without his wife being there.
Mm.
That is the gayest way to pretend you're straight. So, what do you think is gonna happen, Mike? Who are you trying to fool here? You know, like, ooh, I can't be around the ladies. They're too sexy. Okay, I can't control myself. Who are you? What do you think is gonna happen? Like, they're too hot with their like faces and their boobs. That's the same excuse that my theater camp boyfriend used to not hang out with me. Like, I like you too much. You're too hot. I'll have too much sex with you. Not okay. It's not. It's gay. It's a gay thing. We both turned out gay, so it's a happy ending for all of us. I guess.
It was theater camp after all.
It was, right? Like, come on. I wasn't even tech crew though. Okay, so we're not fitting every stereotype. Come to my window, indeed. I don't know. During this time, I think everybody's got a little bit more time on their hands right now. So people have been like writing their screenplays and their novels and putting on amazing theater productions. And I've just been catching up on 50 years of royal family drama. Diana, I'm rewriting that. That's the thing I do. I didn't figure out that I was bisexual until like relatively late in my life. I was like in my mid to late 20s when I started to understand it. I'm 33. Thank you so much. You look amazing. And so now I just look for like the gay storyline in every single thing that I see. I'm like, where's the gay storyline? You know, because I'm living my own gay storyline. Every time mommy's favorite, okay? Right? He burns down a city because somebody made his mom mad. Like, come on, that's a gay threat. It's a homosexual threat.
My question was going to be before you started, so what are you going to do tonight? But now we know you were going to do comedy. Because, you know, it could go either way with you. You could do, like, you know, all kinds of stuff. Man, I want nothing more after I hear you do your thing and Shana do her thing than to just move in with you guys. Because it must just be awesome there all the time. Like, laughing, like music and just laughter all the time. It sounds like a great place to live. So I'm on my way. I'll bring my mask.
In here. Right now,
cool.
we're watching The Bachelorette because we like to see what's up with the straights. You guys are not okay. Not okay. What is wrong with you?
Nothing
Okay,
good,
we have
ever.
discussions to have. Oh, we're like, God, we dodged a bullet.
Yeah, no shit.
What?
Like,
So,
all y'all want to date your parents? That's fucked up.
so moving along with our couples theme tonight, because it does seem to be somewhat of a couple-themed show. Um, and shifting boroughs, maybe I think to Astoria. Are you guys? Yeah, you guys are in Astoria. Cool. So shifting boroughs, heading across town. Um,
Yes.
Thank you.
to one of the OGest of the OG Talk Hard legends. Someone who I have missed so much since this break started, but who you can't miss for too long because all you have to do is watch one of 8,000 other shows that she does throughout the week on either on TV or on the internet or live in New York on a rooftop in front of people wearing masks. You can see her anywhere at all times, but it's so cool, Maddie, to have you back with us. So welcome everyone, the amazing and awesome human, Maddie Smith.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for the amazing intro, Michael. Yes, I just happened to be free tonight. PM curfew for restaurants for Friday night. And I think it was his way of saying it's coming. So buckle in, bitches. Because next week I think he's going to say, don't leave your house. And then he's going to lock our doors. And then we're going to have to do Talk Hard every week until
Really?
You said
we're gonna lock it. We're not gonna be able to figure out how to unlock it, so we're gonna die at the Talk Hard show. So it's gonna be so fun. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Sarah and Shayna, for being here too. You guys, great to see you. However, I will say in the future, whenever I see Tim, Courtney, Sarah, Shayna, and Michael's faces, I will get PTSD from this time in my life. So all these events are positive. I do see, like, I saw Shayna at a birthday party a few weeks ago, and I was like, ah! Because it's a scary time. It takes me back to March when Andrew and I were in a different apartment. But finally, I got him to lock it in because prices were so low. So, that's the only reason. Sarah was talking about The Bachelorette. I watched The Bachelorette. Dude, it's so boring. All the guys look the same, and they're all so fucking. She walks into the room of 40 guys on that first night. She goes, I think my husband is in this room. It's like such a great strategy because every guy is like, oh my God, is it me? Am I the husband? So now, you know me, I'm getting a little bit older. Now when my boyfriend's in the kitchen, I walk in the kitchen and I say, I think my husband is in this room. And he's like, where? Sorry, is there a ghost? It's so awkward. Now I think my husband is in this Zoom. Oh, wow, I just got rejected. Well, have fun sleeping on the couch, motherfucker. Yes, we did get promoted. We moved in a couple months ago. I mean, we were living together before, but before Andrew had a roommate who would come home every 3 weeks, and I would have to hide in his room because he didn't know I was. So I would have to. So we're not in that living situation together, but we are living together. I'm gonna complain. I don't care if he's here. There's dirty dishes in the sink. There's underwear all over the place. There's clothes on all over the floor. It's just super annoying how messy I am. That is a bummer. Isn't it crazy when you realize it's you? You like go to yell at him and you're like, oh, head, they got the condoms in the drawer. We leave blood in the bathroom. Every time I leave the bathroom, it's like cleaning up a crime scene. They always say like men kill more people than women. I think we just get away with it because we're so good at cleaning up blood. That's my theory. I really am. Yeah, I do think that like Andrew, or I don't want to say Andrew, it personalizes it too much. So don't hypothetical boyfriend. He's in the theater right now. If you guys can see, we do have a movie theater in our house. I do think we're hitting a level of like indifference. I don't know if it's the pandemic or just like we're getting older, but like I don't care about broken things in my apartment. I don't care that the dishwasher leaks. Like I saw like a 5-inch roach the other day and I literally gave him the keys and left. Like, bitch, you take over the lease. I don't care. I'm not living with you, but I don't care that you're here. I gave him the sublease. I said, hey, how do I spell your last name? He took the pen out of my hand with his pen. He said, I'll sign it for you. I said, great, there's leftovers in the dish in the refrigerator. He said, "Awesome. Can I use your Instant Pot?" I said, "No problem. It's an amazing appliance." And now here we are. When we moved in together 2 months ago, and this is how bad 2020 was. It was like the most excited my family and friends have ever been for me. Like they were clinging on. We moved into a 1-bedroom, and when we moved in, everyone was like, "Congratulations!" We had to pool our resources for 1 bedroom. Like, it's not a feat. You should be like, "Hey, are you good? Like, what's up?" You should congratulate me only if I move in by myself. That is like next level, because that means I make 40 times the rent. I have a credit score of 750. We moved in together. We make half the income, and we have a combined credit score of fair. When you move in with your boyfriend in Queens, that is just a roommate that you blow. So that's the reality. Every night I'm like, "Hey, did you buy toilet paper?" Blah, blah, blah. Oh man, pays the bills though. I'll tell you that much. And really talk someone into finishing that Spectrum bill when his dick's in your mouth. That's the Queen show. I'll never forget when Miles' grandma was on there, and I told her, I wonder why she hasn't come back. Oh man, dude. Let's see. So hot. It's hot and then cold. What's going on? I don't like when it's hot in November. It's me stalling because I don't remember my next joke. Oh yeah. Here's a different joke. I'm from Buffalo, and in Buffalo, I know Tim. What's going on? How are you?
7-2, huh?
What? Yes. I don't know what football is. Like,
There's this sport called football.
I know my dad every week is like, "Bills took them again." I was like, I didn't even know it was fall, but thank you for telling me this. Where in Buffalo do you live?
South Buffalo. I'm from South Buffalo. My shirt says South Buffalo.
Whoa, okay, we get it.
I lived in Chicago for 24 years, so I got.
Oh, there was another guy here who was also from Buffalo and a Buffalo super fan, right?
Oh, Ian. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know Ian, Tim?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. You don't know me? Okay. All right. Well, okay, Tim, let me ask you this. Did you know that in East Aurora in Buffalo, there's a Fisher-Price studio?
Yes, of course.
Yes. Okay, so for those who Baby Collins, where you can bring your baby to be like a Fisher-Price model. And my mom took me in when I was like 1 year old because I had bright orange hair. And back then, 1992, redheads were considered diversity. Okay. That was before anyone knew anything else. So my mom was like, "Oh my God, bring her in." So I'll come in, I'll cry immediately after they open the doors. And to this day, my mom is like, "If only you didn't ruin that Fisher-Price audition, our lives could have been a lot different." I'm like, I don't think a lifetime supply of plastic toys would have made Dad stay.
Oh, man.
What's the here, a kitchen, a little fake plastic kitchen is going to change your salaries? No, bitch. However, I am very nostalgic for that time because I do feel that a redhead as a diversity application for college would have been amazing. Imagine that application for the scholarship. They're like, "Tell us where you faced adversity." Well, I faced a lot of hardship at the beach. So it really was a tough time. Anyone who invites me to the beach, that's a hate crime. So that's the new Fisher-Price joke. Moving down the line. How much do I have? A couple more minutes or 0 more minutes? What's the vibe?
Yeah, one more joke.
Oh, one more joke. Well, it's a 30-minute joke, so.
That's fine.
Call me Ishmael.
I would never do that to people. By the way, I read Fight Club Steam because I have a ton of debt. Even though Cuomo has been sending me $500 for a week because of unemployment, it used to be $500 for a week and $600 a week. Oh, I was at Sephora every day. It was so amazing. Ulta, oh, absolutely disgusting. It's so bad. But I still have really low financial self-esteem because I have 5 figures of debt. So like every time I swipe my card, it's really stressful. Like I went to a restaurant the other day and I paid in cash. And when I saw the waitress coming back, my initial thought was, "Oh my God, I think my cash got declined." That's That's not supposed to happen. That's my most liquid asset. And I expected the waitress to be like, so it's Maddie, right? We checked in this sink, you fucking idiot. Oh my gosh. But Michael, thank you so much for bringing back
thank you, Maddie.
You talked hard, and I'm so happy to be here and see all of you.
See you also.
You know what? I have two pods. I have a new pod. I have a current podcast called Flat Bottom Girls that I run with my friend Jordan Jensen. It's girls riffing and raffing every week, and I have a new podcast coming out within the next month. Actually, I haven't told anyone, but I feel like this is a safe space. It's going to be called That Time of the Week with Maddie Smith, and it's going to be a weekly pod with me and some gals discussing current events and yada yada yada.
Sweet. Where can everyone find those pods? Wherever they get their podcast? Any place we can see you or people can see you?
Sexuality with the wonderful Madeline Smith. We explore our own coming out stories and talk to others about theirs.
Sweet. Where can people find that?
It'll be on iTunes and Spotify and all the podcast places. And so follow me on Instagram, Sarah Garner Meow, to get updates.
Sweet. Shayna?
I have a SoundCloud, but I forget the name of it. But I put, if you want to hear the real song, like in a real way, you can find me on SoundCloud, and I'll put it in the chat when
sweet.
I find out.
Cool.
the name.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I saw that, Maddie. Cool. No worries. Thank you. Sweet. So a reminder, everyone, that our Venmo is right there at Talk Hard. So if you donate throughout the show, gas in the feet to walk in the streets and do all the things. So thank you so much. I saw some coming in already. So thank you, everyone. And Rachel, keep dropping the PayPal link for those who are PayPal people in the chat. So cool. Moving right along to the theater in the other room of the apartment that Maddie and Andrew are.
Since last time, I see you have a new sunflower. For you, man.
Thanks, man.
You set your goals and you got them. I mean,
Absolutely.
you got the fake plants. You got the fake plant life.
It's not even mine, it's Rachel's.
Oh.
Oh, all right. Well, congrats, Rachel. Congrats. I mean, the next Talk Hard, maybe there'll be a rose or two sunflowers.
Yes.
Aim big.
We can hope.
What about that knight in shining armor? Is that you too? Is that yours?
That's fine.
I mean, it's not you, obviously.
It's me. It's
Is that
You
yours?
used to fit him, but then COVID happened.
Yeah. I used to fit in that before COVID.
You used to fit in that. Oh my God, man! Quarantine's been hard on all of us. I used to fit in a lot of different clothes.
Yeah.
Whenever I don't fit in clothes, I always try to make up a different excuse. I'm like, well, it's cold out. Maybe that shrunk them, like shrinkage. But I have been living badly. Yeah, I've been quarantined with Maddie, and I just the only thing I learned is that she's good at puzzles and hates the way I breathe. That's it. And there's and that's all. I wanted to learn coding. Instead all I learned is how to inhale silently. That's it. There's no I'm self-taught. There's no Duolingo for how to not be annoying. I really spent all of this time trying to breathe to what she thinks is normal. But great. So quarantine, it's not that bad. I talked to one friend. I checked in on him, and he was like really upset about the new lockdown that New York is having. He said, "Dude, I hate lockdown. Being in quarantine is exactly like being in prison." I was like, "That's not true for me at all." And he's like, "Why not?" I was like, "Well, people in prison work out." They have that prison yard and do prison workouts. People in prison definitely don't do what I do, and that's order delivery from Burger King. It's always embarrassing when the delivery fee is more than the food. I'm always like, "Oh, sorry, dude. The delivery guy feels bad for me." But I actually tried to go vegan, and it did help me lose weight. And I think going vegan helps you lose weight because you don't want to eat the food. I just spent every meal just looking at it, touching it. I'm like, oh God. And it goes from the pan to the garbage, but I don't know what's in there. I tried to. So in Long Island, New York, they have bars are open, and I went to a bar. I drove like 2 hours to check it out, and I sat down at the bar. And as soon as I sat down, the owner or whatever wheeled in 2 plexiglass things on either side of me.
Oh no.
So I just look like an exhibit for a sad person. I expected like a classroom of kids to come by and be like, "Ooh, look, that's the loser." Kids, that's the loser guy. I have been having trouble with finances, like Maddie said. I realize that the only way I can now own a house is if a relative dies. Anyone else have this plan? The hermit crab plan?
100%.
Most people have like a 5-year plan of savings and something else or stocks. My 5-year plan is a lonely aunt. Her name is Susie. I send her letters every holiday there is, Labor Day and Memorial Day. I send her one for Veterans Day. Every letter I have has a gift card in it to Arby's. And I'm like, eat this and speed this along, please. I live in a hovel right now. Please eat this.
Please eat this.
The bank called me and they said, "You have unusual activity on your account." And I said, "Oh my God." And they made me open my statement. And it was a direct deposit. That was the unusual activity. That is what they had flagged. And I had felt good about getting that direct deposit until the bank said, "This is highly unusual. Something is deeply wrong here. We have to call you." And they stood on the line with me and made me tell them, "This is normal. I mean, this is not normal, but..." And they were like, "Okay, good." And then they hung up. And I think that's what Bernie Sanders said by banks being evil. I definitely got bullied by Wells Fargo that night. I think I took my stimulus and I tried to invest it in the stock market, and I learned 2 things. The first thing I learned is if I buy a stock, it will immediately go down and keep going down. And then the second thing I learned is if I sell that same stock, it will go up. And it'll keep going up until I want to kill myself. And I think that's how the stock market works. I'm not sure. And like I thought like investing in the stimulus is a good idea because I used to read this story called The Grasshopper and the Ant, and it's a fable that teaches you if you work really hard all summer and save, you get to watch one of your friends die. And it's pretty grim. I've been doing therapy over Zoom, and my therapist, you too, Tim?
Yep.
Are you okay? Yeah. How is it? Is it good?
It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
I'm in bed with my blanket.
Yeah, that's me too. I'm in my underwear. I mean, they can't see that, but I shouldn't even tell you guys that.
And to top
I'm
it
not
off,
wearing
she's
it now.
beautiful. I have to convince her that I'm not doing anything. You know, like, I have my hands up here.
Yeah. Hands where we can see them, everybody. Come up. Yeah. Well, my therapist, she uses like this Zoom off-brand thing. I don't even know what it's called, but it's not secure at all because I'll see pop-up ads in the middle of therapy for better therapists. It'll like be an ad with a guy in a really nice suit, and he has his thumb up, and he says, "With me, your secrets are actually safe."
Oh no.
And, I'll consider you. Right now, my therapy goal, I decided, is to be as confident as somebody who can send food back at a restaurant. I'm still a long way from getting there. Or somebody that tells the barber, "Hey, this is not good." That's like a next level.
Yeah.
I was watching like Gordon Ramsay Kitchen Nightmares, and he does it all the time. He'll like eat food and he'll be like, "Oh, this is bland," and he'll send it back, and then they'll like be like, "Sorry," and they'll remake it. So I mean, I just wanted to say that so I could do his accent. Oh my gosh. Well, I think I'm all out of time here, but it's been great. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Andrew.
Yeah.
It's so good to have you back, man. And I'm proud of you for setting up an entire theater in the other room. It's really nice.
Well, it's just a curtain, really. I found it
know.
in the alley.
I know that was my attempt at a joke.
I know.
I should leave that to you guys. No, it was really. I know Maddie had to split, but it's really great to have you back, to have you both back. We really missed you too, and just like I feel like I haven't laughed this much since like June. So
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
you know, I mean, I
Is
feel
that
like
when you saw Step Brothers, the movie?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally. So this is clearly just now turned into my therapy session. So speaking about my depression, but no, thanks,
Andrew,
Andrew.
was it Doxy?
What's that?
Was your shrink Doxy?
Mine?
Yeah, I think
the
so.
service, DOXY?
Yes.
Yeah, it is the most insecure thing in the world. It's like running down the street naked yelling, "I'm fucking nuts."
So I should stop doing that.
Well,
Cancel the doxy. Nix the dox.
Cool. So sweet. Thanks again, Andrew. And before we move on to our next young gentleman, a reminder again. Our Venmo is TalkHard right there. I practiced all before the show, making sure I could point in the right direction.
You're getting props on the pointing.
I know, because I practiced before we started. Cool. So we are now going to head across the state, down the state of New
West.
York, up the state and west,
Straight west.
in the state, or somewhere else in the state of New York, to Buffalo.
15 miles from Niagara Falls.
Somewhere in New York that's not New York City. No, I know where Buffalo is. It's where there's lots of wings, right, Tim? So we're going to head to Buffalo to someone who had become a very fast Talk Hard legend when we first launched again back in April, May, and someone else who we've missed dearly this entire time. Writer, comedian, poet, dude with like amazing hair, and just an all-around cool dude. So here comes Tim Joyce. What's up, Tim? Good to see you.
Up.
Yeah.
Interesting, everybody. Amazing. I want to start in light of recent events by reading a statement. I refuse to concede that Scott Norwood missed that field goal in the 1991 Super Bowl until every legal challenge to it veering wide right has been exhausted. Congratulations, Bills, you won the Super Bowl 29 years ago. I also refuse to concede the results of any blood test until all my medical challenges have been exhausted and every white and red cell has been counted. I refuse to concede the occurrence of the Big Bang until every subatomic particle has been certified as a citizen of the multiverse. I refuse to visit concession stands if the corn dogs smell amazing
Nice.
until every kernel of popcorn ever sold at any event has been counted. I refuse to concede that I may be belaboring this joke. Every human being has heard every word of it. I refuse to concede that by using the letter S, I just misspelled concede. I refuse to concede that I am conceding is possible until all legal, scientific, metaphorical, philosophical, rhetorical, and etymological definitions of concede have been agreed upon by every living thing down to the bacterial level. Finally, I refuse to concede that reality is real until everything is always a nice thing to hear.
That's awesome.
So, I'm going to read a few. This one is called For the Wee-uns. It is a great family story. Mom told it often. She, the newlywed, living on the lake near the steel plant. They could walk to the Lake Erie shore from it. And they, laying in bed one night, she couldn't sleep. There was a cry in the fields leading back from the yard, awakening Dad. She insisted with her incredible maternal sensory being that she could hear a baby crying somewhere in the woods. With his love never bounded with her, he said it was the cry of a cat in heat. She got him away to look. It would be maybe where a desperate 1940s girl just might do the unthinkable. He did not argue, never did where her heart was concerned. The cold night found him searching in the bracken and reeds and hedges past that to the tree line. He knew it was feline, but so was the woman awaiting his return. Finally, it ran away. He went home to their bed in her arms. Not long after that, they had their first baby, my sister Mary, who died just 3 days after her coming. Dad told me the story when I was 19 of how Mom was too sick and brokenhearted, so he walked lonely, as so often he did in any room, through the cemetery. Just him, the caretaker, and a priest in the procession. It hit my stomach like a punch how he said, that little box I carried, it was no bigger than a football. I learned lonely that day, along with courage and duty. They went on to send 8 healthy kids into the adult world, although before I was 24, they were gone. We learn lonely in many ways. Last night, a feral cat in heat cried in the night. My wife said, "Are you sure it's not a baby? It sounds..." I knew the sound, but in honor and duty to my father was ready. Children never came to us, a plan we made that sometimes I wonder was, well. My wife said it sounded more like an infant than a cat, then changed her mind, but I was ready for the lonely flashlight walk all the way to the train yards if necessary. When the woman you love hears a cry in the night, you don't say no. She never says no to my terrors of the day. So I prepared to make the search, thought of flashlight locations in the pantry, what to wear, how to cover the ground, and it was in no way just in case. This is a world that can be unkind. Luck and fear do indeed have souls and spirits. A man doesn't promise a lifetime of love only to roll over and dismiss his lover's fears because chamomile has taken him near the edge of likely dreams. Yes, that's a cat, and go to sleep, she said, with thanks to my offer of looking. Until you know for sure it isn't a child only 72 hours into life, or until you have walked with that small box in your hands, what you know is partial. You guess and hope and worry into the next funeral for all whom you love. It is owed not only to decency or whatever our humanity finds definition within. It is owed to the man and woman living 70-some years ago by a lake in a cozy rented flat who ultimately fed you with brow, sweat, tears, stories, and song. A man and woman who searched for strangers to love and help. Those lovers who looked past their first tragedy to forge a family from mill furnaces and recipe books. There is a duty to memory that makes the funny story not only real, but important. You must go if she asks. For generations before, now, and especially those coming, you must get up, sleepy from that bed or wide awake. Get the boots and the light to carry. You owe it to the lonely man walking through the stones. To look, to listen, to accept no dispute even from yourself, to head off in the night into the field, wherever it is, to search out the cry. It is the debt to the loneliness in his memory. You cannot shirk the vow, if only to be sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
This next one is called Smoke Without Mirrors. Sometimes the running doesn't clear the thinking fog. It gets inked up like a blotter on the desk of a clumsy, elbowed scrivener. The thoughts become more then less the body exerts. But the mind fights back. The anger can win against endorphins, and regret push accomplishment back into retirement. There were no deer in the park this sundown. It is autumn, and they know to be a little more shy. Some will be downed by arrows or buckshot. Some make it past the rut only to starve when winter takes food and seeing from the sky and land. Intellect and learning are not automatically wisdom. As the sweat overcame the clothing, the wonder at it came. The question as I awaited the ride home was not, how did I get here? But rather, why do I keep coming back? She shows me light I'd otherwise miss. This morning she awakened me as she prepared for her drive to work to get me out in the dark and see the horned earthshine moon pointing to Venus like a symbol you'd see if God had a flag. The deer know to take cover. He knows to awaken me if the sky is lustrous. The sweat of the run is worthwhile, even if enlightenment doesn't occur. The effect eludes me, but the hints are there. Wisdom has something to do with seeing, and seeing never happens when there is ink on the mind.
Nice.
Earlier, I spoke about my psychiatrist, and I went to renew my medical marijuana license. It's not as much fun as I'd hoped. I am now in TMS therapy, which is the use of powerful magnets to affect electrical connections in my brain 5 days a week for 7 weeks. It's electro, but it's a form of electroshock technically, but it's with magnets. Really, the only shock should be from me scuffling my feet too hard on the rug and touching something metal. However, the promise of my psychiatrist after 35 treatments with powerful magnets directly interacting with my brain is this. 1, due to the extensive magnetic exposure, my head will permanently face north. 2, my explosive rages will become implosive rages. 3, I will spend my days covered with iron shavings, so feel free to arrange them into an hilarious mustache or beard upon my face. 4, I will, ironically, despite being magnetic, not be more attractive. 5, I will be able to change the TV channel merely by blinking.
Woo!
6, my lifelong paranoia will now be justified by actual circumstances. 7, if I lick a parking pole, a distinct possibility exists that no force in the universe will be able to extricate my tongue. 8, I will be able to recharge your car battery using only my hands or feet, no jumper cables. 9, my body weight will severely influence the tides. 10, I can be used to attach children's drawings to refrigerators. 11, I must become used to the phrase, I think you just got hit by an iron chondrite meteorite. 12, merely by looking down when I face you, I can unzip your fly.
Oh, shit.
13, I will remain medically termed a half-wit. However, I will no longer be a nitwit. 14, steel-toed shoes will fold me inexorably in half. And 15, finally, I am now grandfathered into the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers.
Oh, that was great.
That's amazing.
Don't put any VCR tapes near Tim's head.
Do I have time for like 2 more poems?
Sure.
Okay. This one is called Barking Under the Bodhi Tree. Angels never RSVP or call to say they are en route. Those perfect moments of seeing just appear in the lens, then are blurred by light pollution. You have to look, you have to breathe, you have to learn to sit still. Buddha sits in his backyard garden at my house, literally beaten by weather exposure. The gold paint fully peeled, only white primer left on his crumbling plaster body as he sits on the small wooden stool with his Mona Lisa smile in lotus comfort. waiting as he does each evening for the solar ornaments to catch light from the darkness. He has a sun over one crumbling shoulder, the moon lights the other, once the twilight is gone long enough. In the holes that have evolved in his torso are placed plastic flowers. It is peaceful. He'd expect nothing less. So I sit to meditate, to let him lead me. But before the first held breath is released, the dog has taken his place in the meditator's lap. This sitting says to him, "Oh yes, you've sat on the deck to rub me all over." There's no saying no. There's only rubbing his back, then belly, then scratching that secret neck place that makes him lean back and smile. We never get to Ome Padme Hum, but there's so much awareness in each breath intake. He finally lays his head in the chanter's arms. We never did ever get to salute that sun or achieve nirvana, feel Satori, but mindfulness came in his loving canine magic. We achieved the elusive state of mind that can only be called with affection dog meditation.
Nice.
And this is the last one ever. Because I'm cutting off my fingers tonight.
No,
Oh no.
So, well, yeah, I'm gonna have to type with my nose.
I'm sorry.
Well, only because I loved hearing all of you say how old you are. It's so hilarious. Somebody earlier said, I just turned 33, and that is such a coincidence because I just turned 33 in 1994. A matter of light. 3 days watching from the mountainside for Perseids, passing flares in the night, prediction defiers, some leaving trails, some tickling just at the edge of the eye's reach. Even fell asleep on the chaise lounge, awakening covered in dew, like Oberon after a night with too much wine and puck laughter. There were clouds here and there, water and vapor intruding on the view. The paradox, like the criminal who hides in plain sight. The bigger the cloud, the clearer the view that surrounds it. No, it is indeed the high mist that takes away more clarity. What's solid has edges, like a lifetime or the highway. It is the diffuse glow of nature, or that we carry with us, that is so often ill-defined until perception sleeps. It is the dimmest of flashes that thrill the person the most. The tiniest grains farthest up hitting the air, then saluting, barely visible. There's a trick to it. Look a bit away. It works in binoculars as they search for comets or an island universe like ours, but 2 million light years away. Andromeda is huge if you know not to look at it directly. The old conjuration of the eyes, astronomers call it averted vision. At the edge of the lens, the center reveals itself. Averted vision. The irony cannot be ignored. For the soul of the universe, look near, not at. Avert your eyes and the meteors come to you to celebrate the night. But then we avert so often our eyes to this planet, to its horror and fear. There is no need to see the photograph of the fatal crash. We know sadness can turn the stomach, so we look to the edges for the passing gift of a burning sand grain 60 miles high. In the same way, we must sometimes simply turn off the evening news, walk onto the porch, and hope the stars are out tonight. Thanks, everyone.
Nice, Tim. Really, really nice. We missed you.
I missed
That
you
was
guys.
my
so
favorite
much.
thing that you've ever read.
Oh,
Wow.
thank you.
Those were all beautiful, Tim, and hilarious. And yeah, we really missed you. We had a lot of our faithful, loyal fans requested. So many people, all of whom are on this show tonight, come back. But I think if Tim had not been on this show, there would probably be people. There would be a coup. Yeah, for sure.
Pigeons would come in.
What?
Pigeons would come in.
Yes, it would be a coup.
Nobody wants that.
And nobody wants that. But yeah, no, thanks, Tim. It's really good to have you back.
Great.
Andrew, I'm sorry, I forgot because I'm rusty. Do you have some shows or podcasts or projects that you would like to promote?
Thank you, Mike. I think you're doing great. Don't worry about it. My podcast I do with my friend Steven Rogers, who's been on the show before.
Yep.
It's called We Talk About Anxiety, and a therapist listens while we talk about it. It's called Panic Attacking, and me and him are hosting a live Zoom show this Saturday at 9, and it's on my Instagram and
He's so great.
Eventbrite and stuff.
It's Panic Attacking, right? That's the one?
It's Panic Attacking Live.
Yeah. Oh, it's so
The
good.
therapist won't be there.
He took my comedy class at the Syracuse Funny Bone. I love him.
Yeah,
Oh,
Steven.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'll tell him you
Yeah.
said hi.
Please do.
Yeah, he's great. He's great. Cool. Thanks, you guys. So we're going to now shoot all the way across the country to LA. And those of you who know Talk Hard know, just as I mentioned earlier, it's not Talk Hard if we don't, if Shayna doesn't start us off, just like it's not Talk Hard if we don't close the show with the beautiful, amazing human who is Courtney Lavender from X's and Arrows, everyone. Woo! Welcome back, Courtney. We missed you terribly, awfully. Are you frozen just for, are you there?
Oh, there we
It
go.
says my internet connection is unstable, and it's been fine
Oh, no.
this whole time.
That's okay.
God damn it.
That's okay. It's a little better. There you go. Yeah, I mean, your
Is it
audio
getting-
is fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It seems back,
Yeah, your audio is good.
right? Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
it's good to see you.
you too. Good to see everybody. I would love to read that poem again, Tim. That last one. It's
Thank you.
actually something that that averted gaze thing is something that I've really noticed when looking at the sky, and when the comet was here, and
Mhm.
like a rainbow I saw the other day. It's always when you're like not quite looking directly at something that you can see it most clearly.
Your rods and cones are better for dim things.
My
I used
rods
to
and
teach
cones are still
astronomy too.
intact.
I'm a boring person, but I know a lot of
Oh,
crap.
I love astronomy. Anyway, this song has nothing to do with that, but it is new, so I figured it would be appropriate for Talk Hard. Since the whole idea is you do new stuff.
Definitely.
All right. It's called Go Deeper. Is that loud enough?
Yeah.
All the doubt that weighs upon me, all the failures that have scarred me, all the reasons I've stayed hidden, I am rethinking, I am rethinking. Through the noise that wakes the demons and the static come between us, I'll let you know me, I'll let you know me. We embark this road unknown, heretofore we can't be sure. Let's go deeper, you said, let's go deeper, you said. All the songs we are not singing, all the words we haven't written, rise from depths we now are digging. We'll let them rain out, let them rain out. We
Love it.
Whew.
Your fans in the chat have been waiting for that, apparently. Your
Ugh.
fans slash
You know
man.
how it is when you do something new.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I feel like we are missing, a couple of old Talk Hard faves, Miles and Sergio and Emily.
Yeah.
So
They're giving you
shout
some
out to
love in
them.
the
But
chat.
what?
They're
They're
giving
in the
you
chat.
some love in the chat.
Party in the chat. Old time watchers of Talk Hard might remember that Sergio asked me like 500 years ago to cover a Woody Guthrie song.
Yes.
And
Ooh, yeah.
he the one he asked me to do, I learned it and I just I felt like I couldn't do it, And then I heard this song, which is called All You Fascists Bound to Lose. And I was like, I can sing that song. So I just changed a few of the words, but most of them are Woody's.
Cool.
I'm gonna tell you, fascists, you might be surprised. The people in this world are getting organized. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. Race hatred cannot stop us. This one thing we know. You travel banned in cages. And lies have got to go. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. Oh, you fascists bound to lose. Oh, you fascists bound to lose. Oh, you fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. People across this nation marching side by side, marching across these fields where a million fascists died. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. Going into battle, the old and all the young will reinstate our rights. Before this battle's won, you're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. Oh, you fascists bound to lose. Oh, you fascists bound to lose. Oh, you fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. Your pawns all do your bidding, undermine the CDC, cease diversity training and federal agencies. Will you endorse terrorists and white supremacy? You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. Oh, you fascists bound to lose. Oh, you fascists bound to lose. Oh, you fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. Oh, you fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose.
Oh wow, that Courtney, as those who have watched Talk Hard over the months know, Courtney has a very special way of just knowing how always the perfect way to close out a show, right? Like no matter what, yeah. Also, like I hope it feels like that song was like made for you to sing. Like you're so
Yeah.
right. It fits perfect. If that was like a sweater, I felt like it fit you perfectly. You know what
Does
I mean?
everybody know about Woody's guitar?
I'm sure
Yes.
Courtney does.
I'm sure Sergio does.
Yeah.
Sergio's the Woody.
Do you know the fascist reference?
Yeah.
Does everybody else?
No.
On Woody Guthrie's guitar, he painted the words, "This machine kills fascists."
Oh.
I saw.
Whole
Did you
life.
guys see? There was a photo going around of some stickers. The sticker that somebody had. The sticker of the thing that said "This machine kills fascists," but people had put it on a mailbox.
I saw one on a computer.
Ah.
Well done.
Good.
Yeah, well done. Nice.
People are good.
People are good. Sometimes. Courtney, where can everyone find your music? If they want to.
Our music is everywhere.
Sweet.
iTunes, Apple, Amazon, Spotify, Deezer, whatever.
Cool.
And if you come hang out on Instagram, I'm pretty active there with just being fun and uploading covers and,
Sweet.
you know. So that's just X's and arrows on Instagram.
Cool. Cool. Thanks, Courtney. So yeah, just one final reminder and call. Thanks to everyone who's already donated, but our Venmo is right there at Talk Hard. And thanks to everyone who's donated, and we'll leave it open for a few minutes after the show. And we're super grateful for your donations because we divide them up immediately within 10 minutes after the show ends and get them right to all of our artists who participated tonight. And we're all super grateful for that. And yeah, anyone watching, listening, who, you know, has either been on Talk Hard before or has not and wants to try some new stuff out, wants to just connect, wants to play some old stuff, wants to do whatever, you know, reach out to us throughout the week and we'll put together, we try to keep it to about 6 different slots each week just to keep it manageable. But yeah, reach out to us. We'd love to mix it up with some new folks and also bring back any OGs who want to keep coming as well. So find us on social media and reach out, and we'd love to have you. And like, you know, a lot of folks tonight did, it's a great way to try out new work. But it's also, it doesn't have to be that either. You know, it can be anything you want to do. But we'd love to have you. We'll have some exciting information coming next week about our next big project at the end of the year, and we'll put together some info for you. But it's going to be our big Outer Loop annual virtual gala / Empathy Project Volume 3 coming soon in December. So we'll show some information to you next week. But yeah, until then, I just wanted to thank everyone again. This was as great and beautiful as I remember it, and it's been too long, and it's been a really, for me, I know, and I'm sure for a lot of folks, it's been a tough several months, and it was hard to not do Talk Hard because it's the one thing every week, like I've always said, that fills us up and keeps us going and keeps me going for the next week. So I'm really grateful to have all of you who were here participating tonight, but also everyone that's on the Facebook following us, so, and who demanded that we bring Talk Hard back, and wouldn't have wanted to do it with any other 6 folks than we did it with tonight. So thank you all, and we'll see everybody next Thursday.
Bye, Michael.
Thanks everyone.
Thanks.
Love you all. We'll
Love
see
you
you
guys.
soon. Take care.